and release. We begin with opening song. We don't begin, we've already begun. We continue with opening song, Hine Ma Tov. This is a version by Elena Arian, and you are going to all look up at this amazing screen. I will probably continue to look at my iPad and you. So let's sing.
This is the Artent version, so you know this one. Let's do it. Hine ma tov umanayim shebetachim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim shebetachim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim shebetachim gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov umanayim shebetachim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim shebetachim gam yachad. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Hine ma tov umanayim shebetachim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim shebetachim gam yachad.
Awesome. I do want to let you know, if you are sitting behind the cameras and the screen and you want to move forward, there is plenty of room here to my right, which is stage left. I know not everyone likes to sit in the front, but there's plenty of room here and I would love the company. Erin, are you going to come up front and hang out with me? That would be amazing. Which actually, Erin, you can actually come on up because our madrachim, which is our student aides, are going to lead us in the Shabbat candles and Kiddush. You may continue to notice we have a lot of male identifying madrachim. Why are you back there? You're here, right there. You're right here. So here is your.
I should do it.
Oh, okay, Isaac. You're doing this as these.
Obviously, we haven't rehearsed this.
Just do it.
All right, let's do it. Here we go.
Yeah. As these Shabbat candles give light to all that who hold them, so may we behold lives that give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of generations of Israel who kindled the light, so may we in our own day be among those who commend light.
And if anybody else would like to light candles, please come on up. There are candles on both sides of the bima, and you're more than welcome to come up and light.
Oh no, we still need that. Oh.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
The heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing. And God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. V'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit. Ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh, zecher le'tziat Mitzrayim. Ki banu bacharta, v'yotanu kidashta, mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-shabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
We are grateful for our Madrachim. We are really lucky to have such an incredible group of teens. And we are going to go from our teens to some of our youngest learners. And so our opening reading is not really an opening reading. It is, your timing is amazing. Our opening reading is not really an opening reading. We are going to have a number of families joining us on the Bima to share a little bit about their experience in our tent this year. Our theme this year was Eitz Chaim Hi. It is a tree of life. And our families that will be speaking have been asked to come forward and share a little bit about what rooted them and about what made them grow. And so it's my pleasure to ask Abby to come forward together with Teddy and Ben. Maybe he's too comfortable, I'm not sure. Okay. There you go. And Tyler.
Okay. Our tent is a place where my kids can run free, even if it's not socially acceptable. It's a place where we can spend quality time as we learn, bake, and do mitzvot together. It's a place where I can try to instill good values in my children. Try being the key word there. Still working on that one. It's a place where I can watch my kids feel pride in their own Jewish identity. Our family feels so lucky to be a member of this community.
Thank you. Good job, you guys. Right on cue. We feel lucky to have you, and we feel lucky to continue in prayer. We are going to turn to page 28 for the call to worship. The Baruch Hu, please rise in body or in spirit.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam vaed.
We continue immediately with the Shema, the watchword of our faith on page 34 and 35. The Shema is a prayer actually directly from Deuteronomy in which you can sing. We are asked to really pay attention to these words. And at our tent, many of us have come to use ASL. You can also close your eyes. You can really find many different ways to enter into these sacred words.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Please be seated.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadavarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavcha hayom al levavecha Beshinantam levanecha vedibata bam beshivdecha bevetecha uvlechtecha vaderech uvshochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot beinenecha Uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiyot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
It's my pleasure to ask Randy Nathanson to come forward to share her words about this year.
I don't think that there are many synagogues or rabbis who, when a 9-year-old says, there should be a kids' book club and I want to teach it, says, great, let's do it, and then does it. I'm grateful to be a part of a congregation and program that allows kids to be who they are and grow, learn, and develop in ways which work for them, and to be fully part of the process. I look forward to Micah's next class.
I think I do too. The idea that all of us grow and learn in the best way for us is, in a sense, a type of freedom. And that's our next song, the Micha Mocha. The Israelites crossed over the Red Sea and understood that they were free. Being recognized for who we each are is also a freedom. So we sing now together.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nadar ba'kodesh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nadar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot, osef eleh. Nora tehilot, osef eleh, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Ya la 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 la.
Hashkivenu is our evening lullaby. It asks God to provide for each of us a sukkot shalom, a shelter of peace. There are many in this world who need a shelter of peace, a sukkot shalom, whether it be a physical shelter or whether that be a spiritual one. And so we sing together.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Spread, whoops, Venu Adonai. Yes, I made these. Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Now, spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim.
We continue with the tefillah. Some of us call it the Amidah, one of the centerpieces of our service, in which we refocus ourselves. We give thanks for our forefathers and foremothers. We give thanks for God's greatness, and then we give thanks for God and for Shabbat. Please rise in body or in spirit.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Hoser u'Moshia u'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai Mechaye hakol atah Rav lehoshia Mechalkel chayim bechesed Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim Somech noflim verofeh cholim Umatir asurim Umekayem emunato Lishenei afar Micha mocha ba'al gevurot Umido melach Melech meimit umechaye Umatmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman ata lehachayot hakol Baruch ata Adonai Mechaye hakol Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh ukedoshim bechol yom yahalelucha selah Baruch ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated. We continue with the Mishaberach, with our prayer for healing. And I want to share with you a few more of the blessings that were written at our retreat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, who cares for the recovering, the ill, and offers healing. Blessed are you, God, for resiliency. Blessed are you for modern medical interventions. And as we keep those words in our heart, I invite you to share aloud the names of those whom you love who are in need of resiliency, in need of medical intervention, who are ill, whether it is medically ill, whether it is mentally ill, or just struggling on this Shabbat. And so I hope that you'll share those names aloud. And if you are at home this Shabbat, type them into the chat. We join with the names that have been said out loud, with the names that still reside in our heart. And we join together in singing Mishaberach together.
Of strength the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberachimotenu, Makor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
As we move into silent prayer, I share these words with you. May you bring strength to those who seek, guiding and supporting them towards meaning and spiritual strength. We take a few moments for silent prayer.
I know it's not our usual way to come out of silent prayer, but it is our tent way to sing Oseh Shalom, so join us now. I didn't want to scare you when it came on. Here we go, let's make some peace. Oseh Shalom, Bimramav, Oseh Shalom, Bimramav, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oseh Shalom, Bimramav, Oseh Shalom, Bimramav, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu. 1, 2, 3, 4. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
One of the blessings that was written by an elementary school child says, I love school. I love school. It's so cool. You can see your friends all day. I love school. And so I actually want to ask Tracy Messer to come forward because she's a teacher, but she is a professor at a university and her students love her. And she also teaches here to share with us about our tent.
Sadly, it is not in rhyme. Our tent is a learning community and a community of learners. By participating in a very energetic tefillah that is often one of the high points of the week, and by joining in classes as a learner and a teacher. So on Sundays, if you were a fly in our car, you would see two women trading back and forth stories about what we learned and what is interesting to us and what we want to know more about. And so while we are glad for summer break and looking forward, we are also looking forward to the fall to see what other kinds of magic will be filling our tent.
Magic buttons. Tracy, thank you. I love the concept of magic because the magic that we have is Rabbi Shauna Nair, who was everybody's already clapping, Rabbi. Rabbi Shauna Nair is our director, as we know, director of lifelong learning, and I am pleased to ask her to come forward because we are going to spend a few moments thanking her. Well, I'm going to thank her, but also thanking the Madrichim and the faculty and teachers for making the magic happen during the year. One of the blessings reads, for creating unlimited and ever-evolving new places and experiences for us to find and enrich our lives. And Rabbi Shauna, that is what you do during our tent and during the retreat and all the experiences you create for us all year. So thank you. And I'm going to hand this over to you.
Thanks. And I wouldn't be me if I didn't begin with a story. So it's a short one. And I also wouldn't be me if the story weren't about the wise people of Chelm, because I do love them so. And you may have heard the story because it's one of my favorites. It's about the wise people of Chelm having a debate, because that's what they do. And half of the town believed that people grow from the top down, and the other half believed that they grow from the bottom up. And they both believed they had proof, because if you watch the local marching band and you watch them parading down the street, the people who believe that we grow from the bottom up said, just look at the people. All their heads are at different heights, which proves that we grow from the ground up. And they would always shout, ground up. You guys are the ground up people. Ground up. It's participation. Ground up, right? Now, the people who believe that we grow from the top down, they said, look at their feet. All their pants of the uniforms, they're different lengths. They don't all quite hit the ground. Some of them got the floods going. That shows that we grow from the top down. So they all would yell, top down. And then they would yell, right. And before we have like a Tevye situation where it was a goat, it was a mule thing, they went to the rabbi to settle the argument, because, that's the wise person of Chelm. Probably a wise man of Chelm, because back then they were all men, but, we evolved. So they went to the rabbi and they said, we have this debate going, and we believe that people grow ground up, and we believe that people grow from top down. Oh, God, I love Rafi. Right there. So, and the rabbi said, well, you make a very good point, and you make a very good point, but the truth is you're both wrong. People do not grow, and they don't grow. Instead, they grow from the inside out. This year, our learning theme has been Eitz Chaim Hi. It is a tree of life. And we have discovered why we compare Torah to a tree. It gives us roots, a sturdy trunk of values, and the freedom to take its lessons and branch off in many directions, sprouting leaves and blossoming with fruit and flowers as we grow. We have also learned why we call the Torah our tree of life, because through its stories, values, and lessons, it teaches us how to live. During year 6 of our tent, believe it or not, we made it to year 6, we have spent the year discovering all the ways Torah roots us and helps us grow. And tonight, we will honor our Madrichim and faculty who have helped our learners grow from the inside out. So first, we're going to begin with our Madrichim. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel teaches, What we need more than anything is not textbooks, but text people. Our tent is not about transmitting information that you can Google, but creating relationships with our learners. Those relationships begin with our madrichim, our teen aides. Whether they are tech support in our hybrid classes, spending time with our youngest learners, or helping out in the office or around the building, they truly elevate the quality of our program. And so now I would like to invite up the madrichim that are here, and you should know that the group that is coming up is about half the madrichim that we actually have. Spring sports and end of the year activities are an incredible thing, but come on up, madrichim. Come to be recognized. Come on, come. Rafi Menlowitz, Isaac Van, Aaron Oppenheimer, Mason Keller, Jack Keller, and Daniel Lust are those present. We're missing a lot of them, including all of the female ones we have. We do have female identifying madrichim, I promise. We want to thank you for everything that you have done. And Rabbi Van's going to help me. We're going to hand you out presents. I don't think they're going to even get ice cream. You get ice cream and they don't. I don't know. They couldn't be here this evening, but we want to thank you for all that you did. And we have a present for you. And we know that there are many demands on your time, and we appreciate the fact that this is something that you have made a priority. Yes. Kelly's here. Everybody else is here. Jack, Daniel. There you go. Okay, can we have I know we don't usually clap in services, but we're going to give them a big round of applause as a thank you. All right, you guys may go have a seat. You can have a seat. Okay. Another great rabbi, Lord Rabbi Jonathan Sachs. I've always wanted to be Lady Rabbi Shauna Nair, but it's not British, so I don't think it's going to happen. Teaches us that teachers open our eyes to the world. They give us curiosity and confidence. They teach us to ask questions. They connect us to our past and future. They're the guardians of our social heritage. We have lots of heroes today. Sportsmen, supermodels, media personalities. They come, they have their 15 minutes of fame, and they go. But the influence of a good teacher stays with us. They are the people who really shape our life. Truer words could not be said about our teachers. They are passionate about what they teach, about Judaism, and about making Judaism meaningful to their learners' lives. I am so impressed by and proud of their hard work, deep commitment, and immense creativity. They are the heart and soul of our tent. All of you who are faculty members, no matter what trimester you taught, come on up. Come on. Deb, you're faculty too. Come on. You should know that there is about 7 decades between our youngest teacher and our oldest, and that there is our newest teacher is in their first year, and our longest serving teacher is in her 50th. This is incredible. What I love most is when I meet with a new teacher and they say, "What do you want me to teach?" I say, "What are you passionate about?" Because I believe the best teachers truly teach their passions, and my job is to connect it to Judaism. And so I truly thank them. Can we have a huge round of applause for all of our teachers? While we're getting these gifts out, there's some other people I'm going to thank. There are a lot of people who work behind the scenes to make our tent happen. They work here more than 1 day a week. They work here at least 5, often 6, and sometimes 7. They are the staff of Suburban Temple, Kol Ami, who help out with our tent, who make sure that you know what is going on, that you are able to sign up for classes. I had words. That all of the materials are made, that the building is the way it needs to be. Two people that you probably hear from a lot but don't always see their face are our admin assistants, Smadar Lahav and Rochelle Arian. We thank Rabbi Van and Deb, who do double duty as both faculty and staff members. Brett Shankman, if you can hear my voice, come on up. Our executive director, and John Farragher, our director of maintenance, all who help make our tent happen. So if Brett and John can hear me, they can come up. If not, they'll get their gifts later. So we thank you all for your hard work and enjoy your presence. Mike, I think you're gonna have to grow into yours because they didn't have one small enough for you. So, you know, at your bar mitzvah, maybe it will fit. Big round of applause for our teachers. You may all sit down unless your name is Linda Wolf. Linda, you're still up here. You don't get to sit down yet. Yes. You shouldn't be scared. I'm not scary. Okay. It is a rare privilege to be able to honor an incredible educator for 50 years of dedication, not only to Jewish learning and teaching, but to one community she so clearly loves and cares for. When I wrote the letter of nomination for Linda Wolf for the Libby Braverman Award, I began with a quote from Pirkei Avot that states, "Make yourself a teacher and inquire yourself a friend, and judge all people with the scale weighted in their favor." And I ended the letter with the following: Judaism, learning, and teaching are the essence of who Linda is at her core. They are her passion and what she truly loves. She is a teacher, she is a friend, and through her positivity and joy, generations of Jewish children and adults have discovered a love of Judaism and learning too. In addition to embodying the Jewish value of Talmud Torah, lifelong learning, Linda also embodies the Jewish value of Lador Vador, from generation to generation, passing her learning and love from one generation to the next. Linda, while no gift could adequately celebrate and honor you for 50 years, tonight we have decided to gift you with a mezuzah. It is in it we place the text of the Via Hafta, part of which states, "And you shall teach it to your children," it being the Torah. I can think of no one who has fulfilled this commandment more fully than you. And I know that you have a sunroom in your home where you like to tutor your students. Perhaps you can place the mezuzah on its doorway as a reminder of the incredible gifts that you give and the amazing gift that you are. Mazel tov. Huge round of applause. And Lori has some more things. You're not done yet, but I also want to thank Lori. She gets a gift too. We'll get her gift because Lori, on behalf of the board of directors, I'm often asked about our tent. It is not your mother or father's religious school. And one of the things I often get asked is, with a program as creative as this, do you ever get pushback from your leadership? Never. I get pushed forward, right? And I always say I was blessed. I am blessed to work in a congregation that told me I could not only think outside the box, but I could pretend the box didn't even exist. And that is how our tent came to be. And so I am forever grateful to the leadership that was in place when our tent got started, and that continues to be in place. So thank you for all of the support, and I'm going to hand the microphone off to you.
Right. Don't go too far. Oh, you can get my gift if you want. That's okay. And you get to stay here too. Wait for a second till Shauna. And tonight has been amazing. And as I've been sitting over there, a spot that most of you know I don't usually sit at, and I'm just looking around. It is so heartwarming to see the congregation, the sanctuary full, as it is on Sunday mornings. It just kind of has that connection. So I think the move to a Shabbat to honor our students and our learners and our teachers was wonderful. And you've said some amazing things, starting with Helm and going through here, and all those things come right back at you, because we would not be where we are, the excitement, the comments, the intergenerational, without your vision of taking it through the committee. So all that good stuff you shed on us, we share it back to you. So thank you very much for what you've done. I'll give you a hug. And so one of the fun things, because there are fun things about being the president of the congregation, there are also some more stressful times, but there are fun times. And standing right here right now is one of the fun times. I'm going to get a little emotional here. But in being the president, every year you get to choose, you get to select, you get to think about who gets the President's Award. And this is an award for service to the congregation, the impact you've made to the congregation. Yeah. And we've talked about your sunroom and the folks that you've taught, from the pre-bar and bat mitzvah to us post-adult bat mitzvah, bar mitzvah, and continued learning. And I've had the privilege of being in your sunroom. I've had the privilege of being in the sunroom with Diesel. So Diesel has gone to Hebrew lessons, and it just brings me joy to be able to award you this award. Just to share this and honor you personally as a congregation, and for the many lives that you've touched. And this is just the start of the nice things I want to say about you, because I invite all of you, a little plug here. We have our annual meeting coming up on June 12th at 7 or 7:30? 7, thank you. And we are going to be honoring Linda on that evening, so please join us again as the Linda Show continues. And we are so grateful that you have enriched our congregation for 50 years, and more to come. Oh, such an honor. You're welcome.
I have one more thing. These are all of your presents, and there's a certificate in there too. So just know there's an envelope. So we're taught that when a learner first learns Torah, they put a drop of honey on the page, because learning should always be sweet. I believe ice cream is much better than honey. So just so you know, on the way out, services are continuing. We're not done. We're almost done, but not done yet. On the way out, Susan Merdler and a friend will have tickets for you. Take one ticket. That is your ticket to the ice cream truck, which will be outside after services at Oneg, and you get one treat on us. Enjoy, so that your learning of Torah is always sweet.
Well, Mazel Tov, Linda. Mazel Tov to all of our teachers.
Is your mic on?
We are going to just put it on, back on me. Mazel Tov to Linda. Mazel Tov to all of our teachers and madrichim, and of course to Rabbi Shauna on a beautiful our 10th year. Speaking of Eitz Chaim, we're going to sing Eitz Chaim and then move into Aleinu.
Here we go. Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim avatomcheha me'ushar. Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim avatomcheha me'ushar. Shalom, 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 shalom. shalom. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It's a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom.
We turn to Aleinu, we rise in body or spirit. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else.
Anachnu karim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
We continue with our memorial meditation. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. This Shabbat, we remember those taken from us most recently in Shloshim, Sophia Hirschman, and we mark the yahrzeits that fall on this Shabbat: Jacob M. Anthony, Gail Bash, Lucy Joseph Bing, Zelda Burwasser, Roxanne Farver, Harry K. Fox, Paul Goldwasser, Ray Weiskopf Goodman, Dale Hopkins, Janet Carmel, Alfred H. Kest, Susie Kirschenbaum, Juvie Kirschenbaum, Ruth Klein, Carl Joseph Cook, Robert R. Lapine, S. James Lieb, Herbert Ralph Marks, Nancy Meckler, Belle R. Miller, Robert N. Orpit, Sarah Carolyn Phillipson, Philip Rose, Herman R. Rosenberg, Richard L. Royce, Stanley S. Siegel, Frida Silbiger, Nathan N. Silverman, Francis Stein, Willard R. Traub, Ira J. Weeder. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled, and we join together in the mourner's Kaddish. Yitbarach v'yishbach
Shemei Rabbah.
Rabba Bialma Divrach Hirote Viamlich Malchute B'chayechon Uvyomechon Uvchaye Techol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Uvizman Kari V'imru Amen Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Almei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudisha Barechu Le'ilam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, ta'amiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and give comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say together, Amen. Please be seated. It's my pleasure to invite Muriel Letterman to come forward for a few words of announcement and blessings. Oh, announcements and greetings. Sorry. Once a rabbi, always a rabbi.
What a wonderful, wonderful service tonight and a great celebration of our tent. Thank you, Rabbi Van, Rabbi Nair, Deb Rogers, and everybody else. Talk more? Okay. And Mazel Tov to all the teachers and Madrachim. And to Linda, our wonderful Linda. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Everybody all the mothers take a day off. Okay. We had a wonderful weekend last weekend with the wedding of the son of our past president. We had a wonderful mitzvah day, so thank you to all of the volunteers. Coming up May 25th and May 26th is Shavuos. I'm sorry, I can't not say it that way. Which is the celebration of the giving of the Torah. And is there some coincidence that we are doing our tent recognition on so close to Shavuot, since the Torah, our tent, which this year is Etz Chaim, is the Torah, right? I knew there was a connection there. I bungled it. I've been trying to make it. Since the connection came into my mind as I was driving up Chagrin, I've been trying to put it into words, and that was the best I could do. Okay, so to celebrate Shavuos, come for cheesecake at Rabbi's Helm on Thursday, May 25th at 7, and please call the office to reserve so there's enough food. We continue to petition for the right to reproductive freedom. Ellen Weber has a petition if you have not yet signed it. And at the conclusion of services, ice cream. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. We are going to have a closing song and then a closing benediction and say motzi and then go have ice cream. So our closing song is Chazak, Dan Nichols, and the reason, I knew that was going to happen. And the reason we're singing that song is because we are finishing the book of Leviticus, and we always say Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. May we each be strengthened and strengthen one another. And when we conclude a book, and because we have strengthened one another through the learning of this year. So we will sing Chazak together.
We have come from near and far to raise our voice in song. And the more we join in the refrain, the more we feel strong. Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. There is a power in this place and time. It shapes the rest of our lives. For when we return each year, we find a truth we can't deny. Be strong and let us strengthen one another. Be strong and let us celebrate our lives. Be strong and let us strengthen one another. Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. ourselves to those who came before. And we're one with all those yet to come. Our strength, it will endure. Be strong and let us strengthen one another. Be strong and let us celebrate our lives. Be strong and let us strengthen one another. Chazak, chazak. Be strong and let us strengthen one another. Be strong and let us celebrate our lives. Be strong and let us strengthen one another. Chazak, chazak. Be strong, be strong. Chazak, chazak. Benit
Please rise in body or spirit for our benediction.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Yaher Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha.
May the light of God's presence shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God lift up each one of us, and may God bring us shalom, peace, and wholeness.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom, b'tei avon,
Shabbat shalom and b'tei avon.
and ice cream. Go get it.